everyone. I am doing an impromptu live screen here. Give me a second. I'm going to set up here. So hold on, please. I'm going to get stuff set. All right, so let's go back here. Let's make this one day, and then let's go with some color bars. Change this up here. Let's go to 5 minutes. Let's stack them. All right, I will be right back. Okay, let's do this. All right, this is totally impromptu right now. Stellar is broke through a resistance point, so I'm just setting up everything. I don't even know if my sound is good. I don't have my chat set up yet. We're just doing this live. Give me a second here, and I'll get all my feedback systems working. I can at least get sound going, right, guys? I can at least, at least help the sound out. Give me a second here. I'm gonna hop on. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm just slowly setting up here. Just give me a second. Like I said, this is not planned, but Stellar is moving. I just want to keep an eye on it. Wanted to stream live with you guys, kind of keep you up to date with what's going on. So as I do this, please chime in the comments below. No, I am not drinking this morning. I was actually just playing with the dogs outside when my phone really started going off over, gosh, like the last hour or so. So yeah, let me set stuff up here. Noise, I hope it's not going to be too bad with the dogs. Sounds robotic. Let's see here. Hey, chemistry, am I getting a little, like, is it reverb or something like that? Let me see here if I can. Oh, crap. Sorry, this, like I said, this was not planned. So, sorry, this is not going to be, like, the most pretty production. I'm tinkering with the sound right now, so let's just do a quick sound check. We'll get the sound locked in, and then we'll start rocking the live stream. Yeah, no problem, chemistry, no problem on the live, man. I just want to make sure that I get this right. So if you could just give me some sound check feedback here. If not, we're gonna reset the mics, reset the sound. Yeah, that's a motorcycle. So yeah, that's not the sound. Just give me a second here. Yeah, let me know. Is the sound any better right now? I turned the gain down just a little bit. Let's see here. We got my mic set up. Let's check my mixer. All right, audio. All right, audio capture. Okay, I'm cool there. Open and all right. Yeah, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Majid, real quick, no, I don't know if it's a small bull run or not. I am actually monitoring two things right now, and I'm monitoring this in Loom, and I have been up since, well, I was up super late last night because I'm monitoring Loom. I have a really big hit in Loom, and Loom hit last night, and that's what kind of made me thinking that maybe some of the other altcoins are going to pop. All right, David, let me turn up the sound just a little bit for you, buddy, all right? All right, here we go. A little bit less gain. We'll keep her out of the yellow. Ooh, that's kind of juicy, right, guys? Let me rotate this here a little bit. All right, here we go. You guys good? I think this is a little bit better, right? I think we could jam with this, guys, if you're cool with this. All right, awesome. So, yeah, what's up, everyone? Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards, hanging out here. We are catching up with Stellar. The price broke through the resistance again. We don't know if this is going to be a big move or a small move, But what I am seeing is that once it broke through on that 42 cent, right? We talked about that 42, 43 cent resistance. It went and it looks like we hit a resistance point here at 44. Let's go deeper here. Yeah, 44.02. So we're right at 44 cent, right? We hit a ceiling point and it's retracted just a little bit here. But check this out. Look at the volume that caused this movement right there. That is a really good indication. See, now let's take that into perspective. So if you look at volume over the last 5 days, look at these moves right here, here, and here. They have all been volume based. This trickle right here as well. All right. So we're seeing a lot more volume here than what we have seen recently with Stellar. And like I said, other altcoins are popping. All right. Like I said, I'm paying attention to LOOM right now. Holy crap. I am watching LOOM like crazy. The other thing I am watching too, because if you're following the channel and if you're following us, you guys know that I also cover Grayscale Lumens Trust. Yep, right? So I'm like 40, 38, 40% up right now. That's kind of nuts. So yeah, you could see that the trust is moving, right? The trust had a spike. They're starting to see some correlation with the trust and XLM native token pricing. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on the news. We're going to see what happened. Increase in volume. All right, dude, let me do that. I can do that here. Hold on a second. All right, give me a second. Let's up the volume just a little bit here. Sorry, like I said, normally I like practice, you know what I mean? And normally I'm a little bit more ready than this, but when the price action started happening, I was just like, screw it, we got to go live. We got to just see what happens. So yeah, again, live, catching up on the recent price action right here. Again, we saw a very fast move from that 41.50 mark all the way up to 44. And like I said, hitting it at 44.02. And now we're going to see, right, we're going to see a little bit of retraction here, and we're going to see if this retraction cuts halfway and gets back to the resistance of 42.5 and then moves forward, or if there's going to be support that's going to happen a little bit sooner. So we're going to stay live. We're going to hang out. I know chemistry, TradeView. I know. The only thing I don't like, well, there's a few things I don't like with TradeView. I like Yahoo Finance because I can integrate it with several things really, really easy. The problem is with people that are hardcore TradeView fans, all right? And hardcore technical trading fans, okay? There's not many of you out there. I swear to you, there's not. I have done a few technical videos and they have done really, really poorly. People like fundamentals and they like seeing how they can understand more on not like a crazy granular level, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so yep, chiming in. If you've chimed in, say hello in the chats. We're hanging out here. We're talking XLM. We're talking the move on the native token price right here. And let's drop this back to a minute here and just keep a lookout, see what starts moving here. I'll keep it as big as I can on the screen. We're looking at XLM and also the move in Grayscale's trust. All right, huge move. Now look, I know you guys are wondering, hey, why are you bringing up Grayscale? Well, Grayscale wrote a high, right, on its inception day, all right, at 95. It has yet to hit that a second time, okay? So I don't know if any of you out here are playing Grayscale Lumens as a trust as a play, but we've already seen a ceiling here. So if this is a chance to move to 95, that'd be awesome. But we are definitely seeing a correlation between the Grayscale trust movement and Stellar Lumens right here. Yeah, chemistry, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we can go like totally like hardcore and start drawing like support balloons and so forth, but what'll happen is like a few people will watch and then they'll be like, yeah, this sucks. I mean, because don't get me wrong, I will get like hardcore deep dive and granular, but it's still crazy. But let's talk about a few other things, because I know you guys are going to give me crap for this, but something is happening big in the markets and we all have to pay attention to this. Yeah, something is also happening with gold too. Do you guys notice a trend here? Things are starting to pop. We talked about the pressure cooker effect, okay? Look, you guys, y'all can rip on gold and you guys can rip on me because I am a big gold person, but gold is a trend. It's an indicator. So whether you like it in terms of a performance factor, no, it's a global indicator. And look at the movement in gold. Look at the movement in XLM right here too. That's crazy. right? Let's do this. Let's use our gold chart, and actually let's compare gold with XLM, and let's make this blue, and let's make it the biggest line size we can. Check this out. You could see, and look at the move line. That move line, right? XLM is accentuated, but look, they hit at about the same time. Skeleton Road chiming in saying, I take already my virtual beer. Cheers. Yeah, I know I could use a virtual beer. I'll probably have to like drinks later today if this keeps going, because I had a really crazy morning, real crazy morning. I had a lot of weird positive stuff happen. But check this out. Right now we're talking on the screen. Look at that. XLM moved with the price of gold. So people right now, and you know what? Let's go a little bit more here, okay? Because we know what rules the roost crypto-wise, right? And that's Bitcoin. So let's make Bitcoin purple. Look at that. They all hit at the same time. So at that same time, everything started happening with this movement. I mean, look at this. All three of them happened within that same 15-minute time frame. So if you guys don't think that there's a lot of money on the sidelines pent up, roaring, ready to go, there is a ton out there roaring and ready to go. And look, they all hit right at the same time. All right. Bruce, do you know offhand what is the dollar index? I'm just trying to think of what they call their, Jesus, if I could type, right? What was their dollar index? I'm just trying to think of what their dollar index was in relation. I have it on my commodity. Like I said, I'm totally unprepared for this. I have this on my commodities charts. I don't even have all my PCs plugged in yet. So I'm just kind of like adding charts as I go. But yeah, check this out. The hits all right there, all at the same time. Now we've seen a retraction from XLM at the high. We've also seen the retraction right here from gold. Right. So, and then with Bitcoin, you could see, let's clean Bitcoin up a little bit just so we're looking at like to like. Let's make Bitcoin that little different pattern here. So they all hit at the same time, but now they've all spread quite a bit differently. Let's see. Chemistry chimes in. Do you believe XLM, like before exploding, that it will correct at 35? If it's going to correct it will correct below 35. God's honest truth. If it will correct below 35. All right. Let's look at one more chart because I want you guys to keep something in mind here with these movements. All right. And again, if you guys, and I'm not being rude here, but I have a play that like I'm literally doing like right now. I played really heavy into LOOM for a few months. So that tells you where I got in, and it broke last night. Totally crazy. But what I got up on the charts right now, and I want you guys to take a look at this, is an example of what we could be dealing with, okay? Look at this here, okay? So this is Mana. For the longest time, Mana was just chilling out 75 cents, 80 cents a dollar. There was like nothing going on. Volume sucked. It was boring as hell. Then check it out. In a 2-day period, roared. 4.5x in 2-day period. So we have to be really careful here. So now look at the pattern, all right? So it 4x'd, and now check it out. It cut not in half, but what, a ratio of maybe 60%. So it had like a 60% hold of its max, okay? Really close to like 60%. And again, you don't have to be specific on the numbers here because nothing trades identical. You just have to understand trends, all right? Don't get lost in the granular stuff. That is for trading bots, all right? That's for algorithms. We have to focus on things that are going to allow us to see trends on a different level. All right, so if you look at that, it's a halfway retracement from its peak. Now, if we look at XLM, a half 60% mark is going to be right around 43 cents. So, I mean, we could see a near-term floor of 43 just based on if we go over, say, like Mana's corrected level. LOOM had a very similar chart. If you guys check out LOOM, LOOM has another one. Let's see. Bruce Leroy chimes in. I heard that when the dollar goes down, everything else goes up. Yes and no. Things have been a little bit disconnected because, remember, the dollar hasn't properly reflected inflation either. Right? So, I mean, if your core analytics of dollar and inflation mechanics, right, and how you weigh mechanics based on, say, the dollar index, okay, or the dollar weight index, you're yeah, the mechanics aren't there for a true comparison. And actually, to be fair here and to be said, what we have to think about, okay, is that things haven't been trading on fundamentals recently. It's been a total wild west, just kind of throw a dart at the board thing here. And like I said, okay, so here, Stellar, we got some updated data here for you. Stellar, okay, again, there was a near-term support right there at 43.2. Again, like I said, it's going to be close to that 60% mark. Chemistry, 2 messages retracted. You can unretract a message, or it's like, dude, are you having like message anxiety? I'm just giving you crap, but it's like I keep seeing message retracted on my dashboard up here, so it's kind of funny. Cliff Beaton says, what we saw now is child's play. In a few years, XLM will take over the world. Yeah, XLM is going to be huge in terms of scale, right? I mean, these moves that we're seeing now are nothing. I mean, this is infancy stages right now. This is not what we're, yeah, this is nothing. But what's really interesting about this, though, is when we go back to this gold chart here, I mean, like, come on, this is a floodgate of money to move gold, XLM, and Bitcoin. These are the 3 that we have on here. Think of the amount of capital it takes to move those. Okay, think of the capital it takes to move Bitcoin and gold. Just think of those 2 right now at the same time, right? So obviously something broke out news-wise. I'm sure there was a report that came out. Like I said, I am totally unprepared for this, so I am sure there's something going on. I literally like came home and was chilling out with the dogs because I had a really interesting morning. But yeah, just we're catching up with XLM right now. Like I said, not prepared. I'm just going to pull up charts as we need them. We're going to see if anything breaks here. XLM, let's go back to that because it looks like we got some movement here. Yep, we got a corrected mark. Let's see if 43 is what holds it. That for me is going to be the mark I'm looking at. If 43 holds it, you got to remember, right? The reality is to break this 42 cent, 43 cent resistance, we're going to have to stay past it. All right, we can't just touch it because we've seen what happens. If you zoom out, right, and we get a little bit less granular, right, let's drop this back down to 5 minutes. Yeah, see, you got to break that resistance point, and breaking it doesn't mean just touching it. No, you got to go through it, and you got to hold through it, right? And you got to withstand a little pressure on that. So, yep, we're streaming live now, covering XLM pricing right now. Like I said, we're going over some trends, and the interesting one that is popping out right now is look what has happened with gold, XLM, Bitcoin. Yep, all 3 popping at the same time. So really cool stuff to see. If you guys got any questions, any comments like that, please feel free, drop them in the chat. Like I said, I'm not prepared for this. Just was hanging out with the dogs. I even put my pajama pants back on because like I had morning errands to run. So like I put my pajama pants on, and then I'm like, you know what, I got a live stream. So give me a second, let me hydrate real quick here. All right, and real quick, was anyone here right now on the live stream the other night when I said, hey, I hit purple? And I said it was pre-earnings, I hit them, and I wrote it pretty hard. And then I said, hey, watch the dip on earnings and watch the overcorrection. All right, let me go back here. Sorry, I screwed up that one. Sorry, it has been a really busy time here. So let's get to that. In the meantime, let's go back to XLM. Let's see. Yep, looks like we did. Short-term right at that 43 cent mark here. So again, streaming live, just keeping you up to date. It wasn't news that broke or anything like that. It was the price that broke. Let's see. So we got purple right here. So what I was talking to you guys about on the other live stream was this overcorrection with purple. All right, and check this out. Yeah, look at that. So there was an overcorrection at earnings, right? And look what happened. Yeah, so easy plays. I've done this now twice in the last like 4 days. I mean, it's just been, purple's been pretty easy. You've been able to play purple pretty easily. The second one we did on the live stream, I told you guys about this one, same thing. Any of these big corrections, they've been retracing for purple. So like I said, I've played 2 here in the last like 4 days. But yeah, let's get back to XLM. Let's just give her a little bit of juice here. Let's go back to 2 minutes, let it get a little bit tighter. All right, yep. Let's see how this mark right here, how this floor plays out, because again, the low is 43.06 on that particular 2-minute bar. All right, let's see. What is the peak before it corrects? All right, Pete. All right, so far here's what we have seen, all right? We have seen right away very low volume, okay? I mean, not low volume, but not crazy volume, right? It's kind of put on the lower side. Look at this. There was a definite correction right at 44 cents. It was 44.03 was the peak of this last move, okay? But you could see there have been several attempts at resistance. What we're looking at here, if you draw this out, realistically, 42.50 is where I'm going to see near-term support. We saw a real short-term support here right at 43. But honestly, that could just be a quick bounce. I wouldn't read into that. But right now, you could definitely see the mark. When it hit at 44, there were a lot of orders just at that instance executed. Let's see. Fernando. Hello, sir. Hola. Let's see. So Cliff says, we're all happy when XLM rises, but when it drops. Yeah, I know when it drops, it sucks. I'm still happy, and that should be everyone. Precisely because we as investors know the future plans and what brings us. I'm from the Netherlands, and so my English isn't always good, but thanks for what you do. No, Cliff, thank you, man. No, and Cliff's got it right. I think a lot of us are long-term XLM holders. So don't get me wrong. For those of you that are trading now, dude, we love it. I love trading. I've been trading the crap out of stuff. Like I told you, I have been slamming purple bad. I've been hitting purple hard. I've got a play right now on Loom that I always have to check in with because Loom is just going off like crazy. But yeah, Cliff, no, you're right. This is just the beginning of what Stellar can do. This isn't even the real move, the real price action. This is something right now that is happening as a technical with gold and Bitcoin, okay? Look at how close they went off in time-wise. Within 15 minutes of each other, okay? So we had XLM that hit about right here. I mean, close, like 805 to 825. So within 20 minutes, all three decided to take off. So Fernando says, go to 4 hours. All right, I can go to 4 hours. So let's do that. Dun, 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 dun. And you want September 21st? All right, I got you. September 21st. Where's September 21st? August, September. All right, 32.19. Yeah, 32.19. There you go, Fernando. That was the price at that moment. But yeah, anyways, we're looking at XLM now. It is making another move. Look at this, right? I like how it looks right now. Let's get in just a little bit tighter here just so we can see what's happening. We're at 43.33 right now. Alex chimes in, been holding the past 7 months. Alex, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. No, Alex, I'm telling you, man, I am right with you. I am freaking out because I'm a big holder in this, but I have a very substantial play in Loom, okay? Total speculative, don't ask backgrounds. I don't cover that on this channel. But I do. I have a huge hit in Loom, and Loom went nuts. So I'm diamond hand in the Loom play. Obviously XLM, for me it's not diamond handing. I technically believe in the project, so that's why I don't mind keeping my money and my investment in XLM in the long term. Because like from a philanthropic standpoint, what they're trying to do to help the underbanked and underserved financially in the world, that's some legit stuff to get behind. Let's see here. All right, so we got a webcam bot chiming in. Well, thank you, webcam bot. Yeah, I don't do 18 plus streams. Let's see, how do I do this? Let's do this. Let's remove the user. How about that? Yeah, and then let's do this. Let's hide the user on this channel. Okay, cool. All right, sorry about that. There was a bot on here. I just wanted to tackle it. My bad on that, guys. So Fernando hops in and he says, no, sorry, September 6th, my bad. All right, dude. Let's go to September 6th, man. All right, so let's go out. Did something cool happen? Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. This correction right here. Yeah, okay. So Fernando was talking about this move right here on the 6th. Yeah, right? This is a better one to look at, right, Fernando? The move on that day was 42.43 to a low at 27.29. That is a massive change. I have automatic hits for XLM sub 30. If any of you guys have been watching this channel for a while, my buy is sub 30, okay? At sub 30, I have automatic orders in that will buy the ever living hell out of XLM. Like I said, I only buy at sub 30. End of story. That is my current floor valuation right now for XLM. Now, this recent move, like I said, I got to see this recent move substantiate to make me think that, again, Fernando, that this is not going to happen, right? This exact thing is not going to happen. But this is the big juice right here, okay? Is if it's under 30, I'm going to destroy it yet again. So this whole time period, okay, from October 4th to where we broke 30 again, I have not bought any XLM. I've just been pooling that money. So if this happens, Daddy's ready to hit the trigger. Chemistry says, what do you do for a living? Well, that tells me you weren't on the live stream a few days ago, because I answered that question, but I will gladly talk about it. I'm retired. I retired like 3 years ago. I worked a lot. I worked a ton. I was never home. My family and I moved a lot. I can't even tell you how many addresses we had. I cannot even tell you. I mean, we put military families to shame with how much we moved. So I made a conscious effort to retire a couple years ago, and I did. I retired a couple years ago, and I've been trading like for 22 years now. Having a lot of fun with it. I traded since the .com bubble in the late 90s, early 2000s. So now, yeah, I trade for fun, and I do a lot of finance stuff for fun. And I recently got approached for a job, which was really weird because I'm retired, so it's kind of an odd thing for me to think about working again. But it was a really noble cause, so I'm really thinking about it. So yeah, that's what I do for a living. I play with my dogs and I do YouTube stuff. But yeah, I'm a retired finance operations guy. Lean Six Sigma. That's kind of my thing. I'm one of those kind of people. So yep, that's what I do for a living. All right, so let's go back here. Let's get this back into the day. Let's make this a little bit tighter because we want to see what these moves look like here. This is pretty interesting. Let's just give us a little bit more color. All right, just so we can see contrast here. Again, you could see a real near-term support at 43-cent mark, but overall, this run has been a real good one. Look at that. Look at the strength of this run, right from 40 cents, right? It touched that 40-cent mark a few times, and from 40 cents on, we saw where it met the next resistance and then took off, broke through from that point. Oh, chemistry. Yeah, no, dude, don't. You don't have to apologize. I was just saying, like, people did ask on the stream, and I don't mind. Like, I'll answer questions about anything. But yeah, that's my background. I have a real heavy operations finance Lean Six Sigma guy. That is like my background. And yeah, retired, having fun, hanging out with you guys, talking Stellar. And what got me into Stellar is decentralized finance. So for me, being an operations guy, you know, with a finance background, it struck me on a chord really well. Crap, it's my wife calling. It's kind of funny. Just make sure I block out her number. But yeah, it is my wife calling. So I don't think she knows that I'm streaming. So what we're going to do is we're going to text my wife. You know what? Or you know what? How about this? How about we call my wife and let's see what she says. All right. All right, here we go. All right, this should be fun, telling her I can't answer her call because I'm streaming.
Hello?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, you busy?
Yeah, I'm actually streaming live right now, and you're on the stream with me.
Well, all right. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Stellar price is breaking right now, so I literally, I'm in my pajamas talking to everyone right now in cam and talking to you, and yeah, the price broke, so we're just kind of covering it right now, streaming, seeing if anything happens. So
Well, you better get on it.
yeah, I will call you back later.
All righty.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right,
Bye.
love you.
Love you too, bye.
Bye. All right, sorry about that. I figured like if I like ignored her call because she knew I had an interview this morning, so I told her to call me when she had a chance. I just wasn't, thinking I was going to live stream. All right, but here we go. Let's talk to Stellar. All right, we're at that point again. All right, this is where we're going to see if for a second time Stellar can keep at that 43-cent near-term floor. Okay, this is not long-term. This is not technical. Blah 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 blah. Patrice Aiden, sorry, boring. Yeah. Cool. If you don't like it, you I mean, you don't have to watch. I mean, if that's fine. Sorry, but my wife called while I was live streaming, and I'm not going to be an a-hole and, you know, ignore my wife. I'm going to keep family first. So you may say boring. I can say get your priorities straight. But here we are. We're talking Stellar right now, and we're looking at this mark right here, near-term floor-wise at that 43-cent mark. We saw it happen at 13 minutes ago. All right, so 13 minutes ago, looking to see what the action here looks like. The other thing that we're looking at too, because remember I said we're going to catch it, or cover it. Jesus, we're not going to catch it, we're going to cover it. Is Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust. Yep. For those of you that are on the channel that don't want to go into the native token of XLM, we are covering Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust, and we are seeing a little bit of a pattern, because check this out. That Grayscale Trust, right? Very similar movement to Stellar, and yet you can see, right? Kind of interesting action. So we got some movement from Grayscale Trust. We've got the gold chart on the screen right now. You could see that XLM, Bitcoin, which is in purple, XLM in blue, and deep purple, which is gold, all hit around 20 minutes of each other. So yeah, there you go. A definite movement of money, a definite influx of cash in the market. Let's see. Skeleton Road says Homer Simpson maybe? I don't know. I don't know what's with the retracted messages. You guys are retracting a bunch of messages. It's making my screen all blippy. But yeah, we had a move right here, okay? We had a move, and from that point on, okay, Stellar, gold, and Bitcoin all had to move. And let's be real here. If you can move gold and if you can move Bitcoin, you got some big darn wallets. That is some pent up money to move Bitcoin and gold at the same time. That's nuts money right there. So we're looking at that, and we're looking to see how this ties into XLM. And again, look at this right here. 2 times near-term resistance, we've been able to push off that 43-cent floor. Luda Corleone says, XLM end of year price. Let's see, end of year price. My honest goal is to be at the end of this year 50 cents. If we're 50 cents or north, I am happy with the performance of XLM this year. All right. I realistically think that first quarter 2022 into second quarter is just going to be massive. I think that's where the big movements happen. I think stuff like this is just, this is pent up frustration, technical, emotional, every type of trading just pent up. You could tell because the volume just is blown up. Bitcoin, gold, XLM, that's money. All right. That's not just algos trading. This is a lot of us getting into some action here. But let's see again. Let's see if we can maintain that 43 cents. That's what we're looking at right now. It's at 42.99, essentially 43 on the technical, not technical end, whatever the hell you want to call it. PG the Notorious said Bart Simpson predicted 580. I don't get the Bart Simpson reference. I kid you not, guys, you're going to have to help me out. I've had now 3 different references on this channel regarding the Simpsons in like the last few days. So if you guys could help me out with what the Bart Simpson prediction is, I have no idea what that is. So, but yeah, no, if we're north of 50 cents, I will be happy. God's honest truth, I will be happy. So if we look here, XLM again, we hit that 43 cent mark again, and it sent it back up here. So we're definitely seeing some near-term help here right at that 43 cent mark. 43 cent mark. Chemistry chimes in, do you know Nexo? No, I do not know Nexo. And Stephen G says it was XRP. Stephen, if you could elaborate on that, I would be great to hear it. And you own it? Yeah, I do own XLM too. XLM, I'm Bitcoin, Ethereum. I did close out my whole mana position. I am totally out on that. And obviously my big kid in crypto is Stellar. And I also have a LOOM play, but that is totally, don't even bring that up. That's a whole separate demon right there. All right, let's see here. So for those of you that are just joining, this was an impromptu live stream because Stellar is moving here. And we're seeing a real strong move across several markets, all right? We're seeing the gold market hit. We're seeing Bitcoin market hitting at 68,600 again. We're seeing a lot of movements here. We're seeing Grayscale, XLM Trust up big. Yeah, it was up like 20 something percent earlier today. It was nuts. We're seeing XLM another strong move. Good stuff. I like it, guys. Luda Corleone says, where could XLM be 5 years from now? 5 years from now, a couple dollars is easy, to be honest with you, because the thing is with XLM, they haven't grown yet because they haven't grown anything in scale, right? I mean, let's see here. Let's go to, you guys want to see why I think this? If you go to stellar.org, all right, and again, if you're on the other live streams we get real granular. If you're new to this live stream, say hello in the chats, man. Let me know you're here. Let's go to Ledger Explorer real quick, but this is we get real granular on this channel. So let's go to XLM in circulation, all right? And what we're focusing on this is the reason why XLM's price is going to be so much bigger in so many years is this reason right here. The number of wallet holders is going to increase dramatically. The more wallet holders there are, the more organic holders of XLM, not necessarily us as investors that are like, running the price up and down and stuff and speculation, but the organic users, all right, that are supporting the token, all right, the more that goes up a scale with their big projects, right, because their payment corridors are huge that they're going after. They're going after African payment corridors, Europe to Africa, Latin America payment corridors, you name it, Stellar is going after it, all right? So once we see more of this orange line increase, right, we're at 5.9 million asset holders, we need to see more, all right? When we see that in the 20, 30 million in the asset holders, that's when you could see Stellar at several dollars easily and still be like practically possible because you need a few lumens in your wallet to make it work, all right? That's just the technical rule of how it works when you have Stellar in your wallet. All right, so let's go back to XLM and let's go to charts. We're just going to keep it real basic right now for everyone. So Timmer. Yeah, if you get the Timmer reference, you're a pretty cool person. The Bart Simpson thing is an XRP thing. They had him write XRP to 589 on the chalkboard in one of the episodes. I haven't watched Simpsons in a while. I migrated from Simpsons to Family Guy and then from Family Guy to Bob's Burgers. So I have not been hip to the Simpsons stuff lately. My kids think I'm like way outdated because they're like, dude, you're Bob's Burgers? Like, that's so old. I'm like, oh my God, you guys. Stephen G says, what are your thoughts on Mana Long Run? And do you think XLM can hit 80 cents by the end of the year? All right, Mana Long Run, it's a good project. I have my reasons on why I don't think why I'm not in Mana anymore. Okay, I have my own personal reasons, all right? And there's also a reason why I stopped covering it on the channel. I used to cover it on the channel, but I have my reasons. Mana's got tons of room left. Mana can grow big. Mana can grow real big. If its financial ecosystem in Mana is still functioning with the Mana token at this dollar amount and the ecosystem is still functioning, they're good to go. Mana, I think you're fine the long run. I would not really worry about that. Mark Brown chimes in. And going back to Stephen G, do you think XM, it can hit 80 cents. I mean, if we get a bubble burst, man, like, and things go real crazy and we get some FOMO buying in here, oh yeah, we could easily hit it because you got to remember, XLM is not even close to an all-time high. And remember, Bitcoin is 3x their all-time high. So if XLM 3x is their all-time high, we're talking like $2.70. So, I mean, it's feasible. Is it possible? Probable? Yeah, I mean, it's not really super probable, but yeah, 80 cents is possible. I mean, seriously, north of 50, I'm really thinking that 55 to 60. I mean, I really do. Anywhere from, say, 50 to 60. I would like it to see more 55 to 60, but yeah, anything north of 50 is great. All right, so Mark Brown chimes in, and hello to everyone out there. I don't want to be rude. What's up, everyone? Mark Brown chimes in. Jed McCaleb made Stellar as the secret Bitcoin project. Stellar Lumen, the Stellarverse Cosmos. Stellar is going to have some crazy things coming up here. Meridian is coming up, by the way. Meridian 2021. Yep, I will be watching it, and I will be reporting anything big that breaks on Meridian. So don't worry, I got your guys back for Meridian 2021 coverage. Stephen G says they were talking about crypto in general. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, maybe that was like a meme that I missed, the whole Simpsons meme. Maybe I'm not hip, man. Maybe that's what it is. Tim says, The end of year stellar price is not important. Yeah, it's true. The end of year is a good indicator on, how do I put this? Like performance on a piece of paper, right? I mean, it's like a report performance, okay? Because you could double your money from January 1st to 2nd, or you can lose all of it, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's good as an end of year. Hey, this is what it hit. End of year, you know, when I make a video, maybe I'll do some cool like end of year run, you know, like it's that. But in the practicality of it, because XLM trades 24/7, the idea of end of year doesn't have that same concept. All right. It only has the same concept once it becomes fully regulated by the SEC, because then you could easily see hedge funds and so forth dumping XLM at the end of the year. So we're not there yet. Juicy bit, by the way, for you. All right. Let's see. Tim says, and Tim, did you get my Timmer reference? My Timmer. Tim says Bob's Burgers is great. Bob's Burgers is freaking awesome. I love Bob's Burgers, man. My son Bob, if we were to ever open a restaurant, it would be called Bob's Burgers because my son's named Bob. Let's see. Mark Brown says, keep up the great work, my brother. Mark Brown, thank you for the support, sir. I appreciate that. You keep up the great work in the comments. I appreciate that. Fernando says, XLM price started to move up on November 21st, 2020. I hope that is the date for this year too. Fernando, the one thing, okay, when you look at this, and sorry, the dogs are in the room with me here. When we look at this, we're gonna zoom out a little bit here, okay? Because I want to focus on what Fernando was talking about, okay? Look at the movement, right? XLM was very dormant, all right? Let's just look at it this way, all right? Very, very dormant, not much happening. And then look, November, and this was, okay, the pattern that we were dealing with earlier this year. If you weren't into XLM early this year, the pattern was so predictable, all right, for like 3 or 4 hits. It was up, you cut it in half, you go up, you cut it in half, up, cut it in half, up, cut it. The math wasn't exact, but you knew how to play XLM like ping pong in it. It was nuts. If you look at the pattern that we're in now, the first initial phase, I mean, it's not as strong, right? Look at the acceleration phase. Look how quickly this was able to move up. This recent run we've had here isn't that, all right? It doesn't have the same amplitude, right? It's just not as strong. But now check out these lows. Yeah, a little bit tighter, right? A little bit better, a little bit stronger. So these lows that we've seen on these retractions and retracements, if they've gotten stronger. So yeah, I'm kind of curious, right? Is this run that we're in now going to replicate this pattern? No, it already looks very differently. And you could see, like, time frame wise, this run here is going to take more time. I mean, look at this hit right here, went from to this. That's quick. I mean, early next year, I could see big movements, right? We get some XRP stuff to clear out of the way. We get the Ukraine onboarding to happen. We could see some really big, stronger movements like this happening next year. Let's see. So we got, Tim said, I did indeed get the Timmy reference. Love South Park. Yeah, rock on, man. I love South Park too. Kristen from Chicago. Yes, I remember Kristen. Kristen from Chicago says, I miss the quarter days. You know, Kristen, we were talking about that not too long ago, and I don't know if you were on or not. You are probably at lunch. But we were talking about what happened. I think it was September 9th is what we said. And the retracement that happened on September 9th for Stellar was crazy. We went all the way to like 27.97. So yeah, we might not be able to touch that 25, but always have those automatic buy orders set just in case something does happen. If we do get a quick retracement, we at least have the opportunity to take a buying opportunity out of it. Let's see. Nate Can says, moving or moved? Moving or moved what? It says, I love how garbage coins can pump 30% a day without resistance, but XLM moves a resistance and stops. Yeah, it's because XLM it doesn't have the mean pump, man. I mean, that's just how it is, man. It's just, it's true. Next comment is garbage, because garbage stays garbage. FOMO hits so fast. FOMO hits super fast. And this is not a true FOMO hit yet. If you see a FOMO hit, your volume is going to be way higher than this. Like this is not the big hit yet. This is testing the waters, in my opinion. Yeah, if FOMO true, yeah, if true FOMO hits, yep, it is going to be a huge move. So let's just zoom in, all right? Let's get everyone caught up to the move that's happened here, all right? And what we're looking at, okay, let's get this right in the middle, is this. 3 different attempts right here at 43 cents. And the cool thing is, all right, is that each time it was able to hold on to that to now retrace back to 43.48. All right. So near term, all right, near term, right? We saw the ceiling right up here, right at 44, with a floor at 43. That is a very tight 1 cent ceiling floor. That is tight. That is a lot of pressure that is going to be built up trading wise here. You are definitely going to see a move here soon. If we don't see a breakout between one of these 2 points, the longer it holds, all right, I'll say it this way, the longer it holds between 43 and 44, all right, if we keep playing ping pong between these 2 levels right here, 43 and 44, the price breakout it's bigger, right? The longer we hold, the bigger it is, because it's pent up trading volume, right? That's more of a oomph created. We've got SGSL, inverse head and shoulders playing out now, technical point to 55 zone from here. The only issue we have, okay, and you know what, I'll leave it the way here. The only issue we have here is anyone trading Stellar technically right now? Or is emotional money moving this? All right, and here's why, all right? And so I understand head and shoulders, right? I understand if we start reversing and so forth, right? Some of the flags that are popping up. I'm looking more at the trend of the flow of money being something that's catching my attention, okay? What's catching my attention is this chart right here. XLM is in light blue. We have Bitcoin in this light purple, maybe magenta, fuchsia. Now, fuchsia should be a little bit more pink, a little bit brighter, a little bit more pop. And then we got deep purple, all right? Don't laugh at me, is gold. Look at this. All 3 hit within 20 minutes of each other. There is something there, all right, that caused everything to move, right? So yes, we're talking cup and handles, we're talking reversals, but something broad market is causing everything to move here. And the initial hit on volume was nice. Since then, it has been quiet. Look, the blip's not even on the radar volume-wise there. And again, if gold can move like this, if you can move gold and Bitcoin, these levels, that is massive. That is massive. That is some big money moving the market here. And again, let's see, we're going to be testing. Oh boy, we're going to be testing here. Sorry about that. And let's see here. 43. Yep, let's see what happens here. So yep, Klaus Family Hobbies and Cards. We are live hanging out with you right now. Unplanned live stream. I was literally playing with the dogs this morning when I was like, you know what, my phone's going off. I got a live stream. Let's do it. We got Gary Prater saying, I got in at 0.19. Gary, you got in good. My average is not that good. I can tell you that right now. My average is not that good. I'm sub 30 for sure, but yeah, I'm not at 0.19. Anyone here who's watching, what are you guys thinking? Like, are you thinking of profits near term, right? When we look at what happened, are you thinking Stellar's going to pop like Mana, where we go 4.5x out of nowhere and then we retrace to 60%? I mean, let me know in the comments how you guys are looking at this, how you play it. You guys always hear me talk. I want to hear what you guys think about it. So yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys got going on price-wise. Stellar, I really think the key for Stellar right here is this: increasing the amount of actual wallet holders, all right, of Stellar Lumens. This is where I think the actual growth is. That's where you're going to see the growth, right? This is where you're going to see the support and the adoption of the asset in a larger scale, all right? And if you don't know where this is under Stellar Expert, and we're looking at the circulating supply and the amount of asset holders right now, all right? Taking a look at it and looking at how if we can get more asset holders, we can get more organic growth with XLM that is going to fuel the backbone of XLM and its usage in scale. Because remember, this price action that you're seeing right now, look at this, right? Everything that we got on the screen, everything that we're talking in the live streams, everything that we're talking about in the video is without Stellar converting a bunch of new people with their wallets. All right. So all these programs that we've talked about, MoneyGram, the Visa, Tala, all that kind of stuff, we're not seeing those programs yet. So any of the pricing that you see here is well before what is going on with these charts, all right? So all the news that's broken out before, none of that's been converted yet into wallet holders. So none of that's what's moving the price. This is externally moved. All right, so we got SGSL says inverse head and shoulders goes from August 18th to November. It's a big one. Yeah, August, man. Let's take a look here. We're gonna zoom out just a little bit. I want to look at something. And again, I'm just looking at visuals here, okay? And the reason I'm looking at visuals, and I'm gonna drop this down to colored bars. Let's do that. All right, and let's look at this right here. All right, so I'm just taking a quick look, just looking at things. We did talk earlier about the September 6th correction, and real quick, all right, that correction point happened near a similar price point. It wasn't exact, but it was near. That happened at 42 cents and corrected all the way down to 27, essentially 28 cents. All right, let's just keep the math super easy. We can do mental math, all right? So for buying opportunities out there, we've seen the last time it hit, look at these, right? Again, another close one to 42. This was a close one, 43. On here we did 43.85. So I mean, you could see, right? We're teetering on this. That teetering. I mean, we're talking since September on. Now, what's interesting about that is the last time it touched in September, huge correction. The last time it touched here, it wasn't the same movement at all. In here, well, we have yet to see the correction yet, right? If we still look at this on the 1 day chart, right? If we go big scale, big 1 day chart and zoom out, you still see we're on the positive run right now. But let's zoom back in because I am very curious on how this is running here. Let's clean this up just a little bit here. Let's just go to 2 minutes and then let's just do some of these here. All right, so you can see right now we're trading very tightly right now between this 43.44 cent mark. Mark Brown chimes in. I believe Stellar will enter Stellar. Yeah, when it goes to scale, this will be huge. The Lumen was chosen, I truly believe. If you look at the partnerships and all the price never reflected as other coins. And Mark, you're exactly right. And that's one of the things, that's why I did the frustrated video, because of exactly that. I'm seeing all these projects, right? I'm reporting on it to you guys, and I'm like, yo, where's the price action for this, right? But the thing is, the price action will come, the real price action, right? Not speculative, none of that, but the actual like investment grade, right? Price action will come once we convert more of these asset holders right here on this screen. Oh man, sorry, my throat is roasted, guys. All right, so we've got Tim chiming in and saying, I think it pumps at the end of the bullpen. Yeah, bullpen, really like baseball in your autocorrect, man. And baseball season's over, and I'm glad the Braves beat Houston. Sorry if there's any Houston fans out there. I am not an Astros fan. But Tim says, I think it pumps at the end of the bull run like XRP did in 2018. It's such a cheap way to transfer funds. I'll swap everything I want to sell to XRP XLM to transfer to my main account to sell it. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It is super okay. Do you guys want to know a really good real life way on how XLM is going to save you money? And this is why I think XLM needs to step it up. So if someone from Stellar is watching this, can you hire me to like, I don't know, at least do some advertising for you? Check this out, all right? I'm going to tell you guys a true story. I just freaking did this. You guys are going to like this. You're going to see like this really like cheesy thing, okay? So like I got merch on the channel now. Like I actually have merch, right? It's this. It's a fridge magnet. Really cool fridge magnet. Not a big deal, okay? Well, I sold my first one. I sold my first one to a gentleman in Belgium, all right? So he was like, dude, how do you want, to do payment? And I'm like, well, I could do PayPal or I could go wallet to wallet, And the weird thing about it, though, was like, I didn't think about it. And I just was like, well, use PayPal because it'll have your address on there. So when I ship your stuff out, dude, it'll be cool. Remember, the guy's in Belgium, all right? So the dude bought 2 magnets. It was $5 US, not a big deal. The PayPal fee for him to send money from him to me, now this is on $5. The PayPal fee was, I think, 75 cents. It was nuts. That was the fee. The fee. That wasn't like the normal 3% off the top like that PayPal does. No, that was like their fee for transferring it internationally. Now Stellar, on the other hand, my fee would have been 1/100th of a lumen. Less than a penny. So I would have put in for like every $5, I would have put like what 74 cents back in my wallet. So the reality is, in a case study, a real case use application, right? From now on, I'm just going to have people pay me through the wallet. Screw PayPal, right? Screw paying 5, 7, 10, 14%. Yeah, 14% in remittance fees, right? With PayPal and all that other crap. Yeah, screw that. I'll just go wallet to wallet. So yeah, that's a real life case use application of how Stellar is really far ahead of everyone else out there. The problem is they're just not advertising, right? People don't know about it. They don't know how inexpensive it is, right, to use Stellar, to send money to Stellar. Azra Gentoo, 0.00001. It's 1/100,000. So I'm gonna put that up on here. 1/100,000. Yep, that's the Lumens fee for that transaction. So I mean, think about that. I know it sounds really, really stupid, but think about that. Something small like me, right? A YouTuber trying to, like, you know, do some merch action. Like, I lost 74 cents because, right? Because I had to pay PayPal fees. All right. Now I want you to think about the people and the families that really need the money, right? These remittance corridors that Stellar is working with, right? The Africa remittance corridor, Latin America, AirTM in Mexico. The people that are sending money back home, more of that money is going to go in their pocket when they use Stellar versus using PayPal, versus using Western Union or MoneyGram. Stellar can save these people anywhere from 5 to 14% in transfer fees that go back to the families that need it, all right? So when you're wondering what Stellar's real case use application is, I lived it. I saw how, as an end user of me trying to, like, you know, just sell some merch to, like, support the channel, you know, and kind of like get word out there. It's more to get word out there. It ain't to support the channel. It's a cool, fun thing to do. But, like, yeah, I got screwed with PayPal because, I mean, the fees were nuts. So, I mean, just imagine that, right? Imagine all the people that are working, right, outside of their home country, remittance, right? Because that's what Stellar is. Stellar is a remittance tool, a peer-to-peer remittance tool. All these people working outside of their country that send money back home, that's going to be more money going to those people. So that's just something, just keeping it out there for everyone. But yeah, we are talking all things Stellar live stream right now. We hopped on while the price was breaking, and just to catch everyone up to speed right now with what's been happening, we saw near-term resistance. Again, we're just talking near-term, okay? We're just talking this last move right here. Near-term resistance at 44 cents. And now we have a very tight trading window, about the last hour or so. Yeah, pretty close to about an hour, between 43 and 44. Or I'm sorry, 40. Yeah, 43, 43.50 about, yeah. About a 50-cent mark. I mean, 43, 44 right here. I mean, you know, depends how tight you want to call this. But yeah, look at this. Near-term support right here. You can see several times we touched it at 43 cents, all right? So, minor technical, like, points, right, of interest. 44 cent was our recent ceiling, and we have seen a recent floor of 43 cents tested 3 times in the last hour. If you just hopped on, what's up, everyone? We're just hanging out here doing a live stream, having a lot of fun. Let's see. SGSL says you need to have ways to withdraw money from the chain, or at least spend it in stores. Then you will see growth. Hopefully, MoneyGram will solve that. Yes, SGSL, MoneyGram, right, is brick and mortar. All right, MoneyGram has some big financial problems. All right, I mean, MoneyGram has some massive, massive financial problems. MoneyGram can benefit because they can use Stellar's payment system rather than the ACH system, which is going to save them, okay, in their OPEX part of their yearly financial budget, all right? So essentially what you're going to see here is you're going to see MoneyGram now stealing market share because XLM is going to go in there and XLM is going to give them support, all right? Faster payments, right? MoneyGram is going to be like, hey, we got crypto. We could transfer your money near instant, all right? Other people don't have that. They're also going to be able to offer it at a cheaper price because their overhead is less because the ACH fee is way higher than if you use blockchain technology. That's the other thing right there. So yeah, once the MoneyGram project hits, that is when you're going to see the real big price move happen. Whew. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, anything like that, please hit me up in the chats. I will gladly talk about them, gladly answer them. I'm just trying to get my hair all organized because my hair's all messed up. Like I said, I wasn't planning to do this live stream. This was just like, hey, the price is hitting and my phone was going off. And honestly, you guys have been so cool with just the support with subs and stuff like that. You guys have been awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on live, do some charting, just watch some recent price action stuff here. So yeah, let's catch you guys all up to speed. We have seen, again, a very impressive hit in the Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust. Since I mentioned it on the last live stream, was a 40% hit. Yeah, just throwing it out there. 40% hit. All right, you can see when we talked about it, what's happened since. Yes, that's how we do things. Yep, just a little tidbit nugget there. But yeah, we're covering Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust because not everyone wants to get into the native token because of the volatility. So I know a lot of people that have actually chimed on this channel want to know about Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust because they believe it's going to be less volatile. We're not really too sure yet if that's how it's going to play out, but we're going to definitely keep our eyes and ears open and track that. The other big news that we have seen right here is that at about 20 minutes apart, it was technically 15 minutes apart, at about 15 minutes apart, XLM, Bitcoin, and gold all skyrocketed, started making their moves, all right? So we're talking about a lot of money right now moving into the market, all right? It's moving into the market right now, and it is causing some interesting, juicy price action. If you guys have been watching, you got a question, hit me up in the comments. If you have a comment, like hit me up, like, hey, like, let me know how the channel's doing. Let me know what you guys want to cover and stuff like that. We're covering, you can see a little bit now of a retracement in gold. And you're seeing a little bit of softness in Stellar from the same point. So you can see from the initial hit, look at this. From the initial hit, now they've all gone sideways. They're all very much following this exact same pattern. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. I mean, look at this. That's you could tell, right? The only one that's made that different move has been Stellar. Stellar's been the only one that's broken above and beyond that. But check it out. Gold and Bitcoin, both after they made that initial hit, have kept now a little sideways. Stellar's made that move since, going even further with a 7.9% gain in that same time period. The other thing we have been talking about is, what if Stellar skyrockets like Mana? Yeah, did anyone pay attention to Mana? Look at this. Dormant, 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 sleep, 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 nap, nap, nap. We go from 70, 80 cents, hitting it up to like 450, 460. Huge move for Mana, and it corrected at about the 60% level. So if you're a Stellar fan out there, are you looking at other charts thinking, hey, what pattern is this going to replicate? What is it going to look after? What's going to be the mover here, okay? We've seen Mana made the move about 2 weeks ago. Stellar's making a move now. Bitcoin's made the move. Seeing some movements here. So yeah, if Stellar moves like this, because look, this Mana run, I want you to think about this. This Mana run from 92 cents one day, right? Look at this, day 2, day 3. That was 3 days of total time it took to run, all right? For its peak heat was 3 days. Is Stellar going to follow the same path? Or when we zoom out of this, right, and we start looking at this in the 1 month, and we start looking at this in the 3 months, right? Is this going to be the start of that same movement right there? What is it going to look like? So, yep, that's what we're talking about right now. We got Palin Guerrera says XLM to $5 soon. XLM could hit big. The reality is, though, is if FOMO happens, FOMO can pull any market with it and cause some huge, massive price movements. The other thing I'm keeping on track to, and I'm not trying to ignore you guys, I do have another play that's happening, like literally, like I've been watching right now, another crypto that just like took off crazy. So I'm just keeping track of it, making sure that if there's anything, like I got some sell action going on. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're hanging out, impromptu live stream. Everyone out there having fun? Everyone else out there having fun on this awesome Wednesday? Yeah, what are your plans for tonight? Kind of curious. I had a weird job opportunity pose itself to me this morning, so I gotta probably talk to my wife about it and see. Because I mean, for those that don't know, I am retired, and yeah, this would be a really interesting opportunity for me. So definitely kind of some fun. Let's see, and it says we got Fernando saying, "What do you think about Bitcoin price? Because every time Bitcoin goes down, XLM follows harder." Yes, Fernando, you are right on there. But here's the thing: XLM now hit higher. All right, sooner or later. All right, sooner or later, realistically. All right, the coins are going to split and they're going to trade how they function in their own respect. All right, right now we're not seeing that. My personal opinion, though, is seriously, is Stellar 50 cents or higher at the end of the year is where that's kind of my goal is right now. A nice, solid trajectory up there over time. Yep, there's going to be some bumps, some hops and bottoms, but getting to 50, 55 more so, and the 60 at the high end on my point. So I'm looking at it going 50, 55, 60 on the high end. That would be my end of year prediction. Again, just a prediction. I mean, like, just a prediction, just throwing it out there. Let's see. Nathan says Stellar is a managed concern. Don't get too optimistic. Yeah, I mean, but then again, anything can cause anything to happen. The only difference is the Stellar Development Foundation can use those lumens at a higher price and really get some big projects going. Okay, because remember, that's how Stellar Foundation funds all of these projects. They use lumens, and the more the lumens are worth, right? Yeah, the more they have to spend. But yeah, real interesting thing here that all of these three hit at the same time. And at that point where there was the correction between gold and Bitcoin, Stellar decided to take off on one more run. So they're trading a little bit differently here. Let's go back to the 1 day, just get her a little bit closer here. Let's change this out. Let's make this 2 minutes and let's see. Yeah, see, we're getting even tighter and tighter. So yeah, we're definitely getting ready for a move here. Definitely getting ready for a move soon. You're not going to see sideways action like this last long without something breaking. I mean, at this point in time, look at this. I mean, look at this nice quick run we had right here with the volume behind it, right? Let's not forget volume supported the run, okay? Not crazy volume. We talked about that earlier. It's not crazy volume, but this is what started it. Now look at this. Right? People are just getting ready. Look how tight, right? If you look at the band, how it's shrinking, look how tight. And we're definitely coming to a convergence point here soon. I mean, you don't need to bring out the chart tools to see that. You could definitely see the convergence point. All right. Eway89 says, we are going to the ship. There's something big is going to happen. But my honest guess is that the real big move in XLM happens in 2022 first quarter. Probably maybe first quarter going in a second. I really do. I believe the big moves aren't until next year. And yes, Fernando, this isn't financial advice. This is fun advice, right? This is entertainment advice. I actually have it. I'm almost 90. Oh yeah. After I do the live streams, I always put like the disclaimer in the description of it too. So thank you, Fernando. I know, right? You always have to remember that because there's always like one, whatever. I'm not going to say it. So Alexander chimes in. I'm still wondering what caused the huge pumps in 2020 and early 2021. XLM pumped 3 or 4 times and did always around 100%. Perhaps we will see that pump again. And what Alexander is talking about here, all right, is if we zoom out to Stellar, he's talking about these pumps right here, right? Where we would see that 100% hit, retrace, 100% hit, retrace. I mean, we played it several times. You could see, look at from like a zoomed out picture, all right? So Alexander, if you are still listening, all right, bud, listen to this, Alexander. When you look at this picture, okay, just look at your physical differences of what the pattern looked like. Very repeated here. I mean, you could visually see that same pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times, all right? A little bit different than what we're looking at now. We could see a similar, right, kind of increasing floor, right? Like a real weird kind of like stair step pattern kind of on a macro level, but it definitely looks different. There is definitely more amplitude, definitely more volume. I mean, look at this volume. This hot. That's hot. Like this is good volume through these runs. Like look at some of these moves right here. So volume on here, like for instance, and this is set now to 1 day. Volume on here, 2.26 billion. Let's go ahead to now 640 million. So what? 4 and a half times the volume. So really different situation here. This first run, the volume was much stronger compared to what we've seen here. I mean, again, pick another random day here, right? 690 million, pick another random day here, 1.75. All right, so yeah, the volume is very different this run versus the previous one. So with Alexander saying, hey, in early 2021, it pumped 3 or 4 times. Yeah, it pumped because it had more volume to pump it, right? There was more FOMO in the beginning part too. Let's be honest here. There was a lot of people like, oh crap, I can like, retire, in crypto type thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people are welcome to think what the hell they want. But yeah, look at the volume. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is nuts volume compared to what we've seen since June. All right, so since the kiddies got out of school, look at how low the volume has since that second quarter, right? First and second quarter volume was massive compared to third quarter. Third quarter volume sucked. Third quarter volume was junk, man. And Fernando says, but those moves were after the 21st of November. All right, yes. After the 21st of November. All right. So again, that's using like a time frame analysis, right? So real quick here. I mean, but then you know what's weird? In 2020, it wasn't a regular year. But what happened in November 21st? Anyone? November 21st? Anyone? Like Thanksgiving? I mean, is it college kids coming home trading? I mean, I don't know. Like there obviously there's stuff happening, and I mean there was news broke around that time too. But like, yeah, like remember Webull was getting big then. Like all the eToro stuff, like all that stuff was kind of big. So the big hype around crypto was there. And Fernando's saying it can still happen this year. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Fernando. There's still movement and there's still room to run this year. The only thing is though, is I want you to look at this. Before XLM made the run, right? Look at that dormant volume, and then all of a sudden it broke out. We saw that here again, right? Look at this kind of dormant volume. All of a sudden it broke out. Kind of volume, and then it breaks out right here. We need to see that volume, kick up quite a bit more. I mean, we really, really need to see this volume pick up quite. I mean, we need to almost 3x this volume to withstand, I guess, that oomph to really start getting it to rocket out there. Oh, and if you saw, I just spilled on myself. I think there's like a hole in my cup or something. But yeah, we are talking all things Stellar Lumen right now. What's up with everyone? Yes, Fernando, Meridian. I am going to be watching Meridian 2021. Don't worry about that. If anything cool breaks, I will be sure to post a story or stream it when I get a chance, because I just want to make sure I do catch everything with Stellar. But yeah, Meridian 2021. Big news with that, because they're gonna do something, right? And that's the other thing too, right? I mean, we got to get Stellar to get the word out there. We really do. We got to get Stellar to be able to be a more, not a household name, because that's kind of crazy, right? But Bitcoin's a household name. I mean, Western Union and MoneyGram's a household name. So why can't Stellar be on that same scale of notoriety? So yeah, kind of curious about that. But let's zoom back in here. Let's go back to 1 day, and let's change this out to 2 minutes, because that's what I like to look at. I like it. I like what I'm seeing here. I like how, and I know this is just short term. Just remember, all right? I like how in this short term we had three floor points at 43 cents, right at that 43 cent mark. I like that. That means a lot of people had some buy orders that were triggered at 43. And that also tells you too, right, that the time they were able to set this up was recent. There wasn't big volumes to push it at that time period, because if you look at the volume on this floor push, 2.8 million for this 2 minute time period compared to 24 million. So I mean, you could see 10x, right? 8x, something like that here. So the volume hasn't been that strong on these floor pushes. But it's been that same price 3 different times in less than an hour. So yeah, really, really good to see this kind of movement here. Let's hop in right here. Gold and Bitcoin, like I said, we've been following that mainly because all 3 broke at the same time. And that's telling me that there is big money moving the markets right now. So yeah, so just hanging out here. We're talking crypto. I got the dogs all sleeping on the floor behind me, hanging out with you guys. Questions, comments, whatever you guys want, drop them in to the comment section, the chat section. I'm probably gonna stream. I don't know. I might stream another maybe half hour, 20 minutes. It just depends, right? I mean, if the price plays ping pong like this, I'll probably just chill out a little bit. I'd like to see a price break happen. If nothing happens, I'll probably shut the stream down in like a half hour or something like that, just to let people chime in, ask questions. But otherwise, yeah, what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on the price. I got to make a video too. It's kind of nuts. So like every time I'm streaming, I can't make a video. It's crazy, man. It sucks. But yeah, we're looking at the price right now, real tight here. Near term, right? Near term ceiling. All right. What's up, Marcus? Hello. Hello. And thank you for joining. Near term, all right. Let's talk near term ceiling, all right. Let's get real granular here, all right. Near term ceiling we saw right here at 43.50 essentially, and you could see it happen real close here near 43.50 again. So we've had 3 near-term floor supports, 2 near-term ceiling resistance marks. All right, floor term supports are right at 43 cents, 43.50. That margin, that range is starting to really tighten. When we first started this live stream, we were starting it over in here. Okay, the range was big. We have now really tightened up. Okay, in the last hour, about last hour, 10-15 minutes, we've traded within a half a cent on a very volatile big run day. So yep, that's what we're doing. And if you like the live stream, do me a favor, drop us a thumbs up, because it'd really be cool. It'd help us out, man. So yep, we're talking all things stellar. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna go onto this screen super fast. We're gonna go on here. And we're going to go to community real quick here, because while I got you on, I wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been watching out there. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting the channel. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been, I mean, the coolest support mechanism anyone could ever want if they're going to do a YouTube channel and cover crypto. All right. We hit 2,000 subs here just recently, and the thanks goes honestly all to you out there. I mean, whether you're subscribed or not, watching the channel, leaving the comments, the thumbs up, I mean, all the support has been really cool. So thank you so much, everyone out there, for like, I mean, just the support. I mean, like, it's crazy. Like 558 subs in 28 days. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's so crazy. So yeah, I'm very appreciative and very thankful for everyone's support out there. I really do appreciate this. So if you ever do get a chance, go to the community tab. I'm giving away some gear because the channel is growing. I'm giving away gear at the 2,500 sub mark, which we're going to be there like really soon. Other than that, yes, please go to the community tab, check it out. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff in here. Bunch of comments, bunch of neat things. Yeah, we got some merch stuff in here, lots of cool videos, stuff like that. That's what we got on the page. But right now it looks like, yep, we did. We broke out of that 43.50 while I was rambling. We got Logston36. What up? What's up to you, man? What is up to you? We're talking stellar lumens right now. And we broke that 43 near-term ceiling. Again, it's not much. We only broke it for like a few seconds, but we broke it. We're above it right now. Stellar, the last hour has been trading between 43 and 43.50, a very tight consolidated phase after a very strong run in about 15 minutes. Stellar made a very strong move here, and that's what we're streaming. That's what we're keeping everyone up with right now. 43.56 is what we're looking at, and again, keeping an eye on this. Now, that being said, the true near-term ceiling that we saw in this run was at 44 cents, all right? So right now, I'm not going to get excited unless we bust through that 44 cent mark and we stay well above it. I mean, it's got to stay well above for a while for me to feel like this is a sustained push forward. All right, that's the big thing I'm looking at. So now let's see what happens here. See what happens with the movement right back down to the 43.50. If the price doesn't break here and we stay sideways for a while, you know, we'll probably, just like I said, we'll stream another half hour or so. But the main thing right now is the move, right? It's the big move. It's gold, Bitcoin, and XLM all moving at about the same time, with XLM having the bigger hit out of all three here. And you can see it all happened within this 15-minute time period right here. The market started to move. Look at the volume of nothingness right here. And then all of a sudden right here, this move is where she started moving. Right here. Good to see that kind of action right there. But also covering Grayscale, Stellar, Lumens Trust. Oh, check this out. What else has a pattern that goes up like this, consolidates and gets real tighter? Oh my gosh, you mean Stellar XLM? Yes, Stellar XLM did go up and consolidated tighter. So you're seeing a very similar trading path in the Stellar Lumens Trust as you are seeing in the native token of Stellar Lumens. Check that out. This move right here where we hit the high and then we go a little sideways. Let's go to 2 minutes here. Make this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Go like that right here. All right, check that out. Yep, you can see it hit the move. So there is some kind of, it's not fully lockstep, but there is some move. All right, let's see. So David Torres says, people sleeping on carts, low volume, an easy 100 coin with a 48 billion market cap, easily doable with some hype, and on this bull run. It's the best coin to make some decent profits for new investors. My guess would be is, David, you probably have a lot in there, and that's okay. I'm not going to get mad at you. It's cool. Dude, don't worry about it. Maybe this is a decentralized channel, right? I mean, no, I'm just giving you crap. No, yeah, I mean, there's a few things hitting right now. Loom hit, Mana hit 2 weeks ago. You've got a bunch of other coins just randomly hitting as well, which is pretty neat to see. So yeah, the move has been happening across the market. So you could see, let's look at this right here. So you could see Stellar hit again just a little bit above 43.50, but again, let's just say it's 43.50 just to keep the math easy. And you could see once it hit that 43.50, pushed back down. This is going to be tight. This is going to be fun. This could be a pretty juicy afternoon. If we start seeing something here, because the tighter we go and the longer we go consolidating like this and battling back and forth between a half a cent. I mean, think about it. You're battling a half a cent back and forth. Very different than the moves you've seen here, right? So you got a half cent back and forth. 43.50 seems to be the near-term ceiling. Let's see again. Do we get support at 43 on this movement back down? That's because that's what we've been seeing. It has not really broken that 43 point here in the last about hour and a half. So I'm Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards, hanging out with you guys on this awesome Wednesday. We're hanging out. We're talking Stellar. Impromptu live session because we saw the price moving and I wanted to make sure that I helped you guys out, hung out with you guys. We're talking a whole bunch of different juicy bits here, all right? One of the things I wanted to look at too is because I know we have people that care about this stuff. David Torres chimes in real quick. What is your end of year prediction for Stellar? End of year prediction, I'm happy with 50 cents and higher. And 50 cents and higher, ideally 55 with like a high price of 60 cents. I just don't see I don't see Stellar like going nuts unless two things happen. One, a FOMO run, which we know FOMO runs can take the most absolute piece of garbage to like the moon. But I won't get too excited until I start seeing more asset holders right here. And that's the chart I got up on the screen right now. When I start seeing this asset holder line grow, when the Stellar projects start blooming, that's when I really believe I'm going to start seeing more price action with Stellar. Look at Bitcoin here too, right? We got Bitcoin up on the screen. Look at how tightly Bitcoin is winding up too, right? You can see increasing floors. Yeah, it's just got a nice trend right there. I like how that looks. Stellar looks a little different. You don't see the increasing floors on Stellar in the same way, but Stellar's move was much, much bigger than Bitcoin. Brian Austin chimes in, XLM will make us holders a lot of money. It's inevitable. Yeah, I'm a huge believer in it, Brian. I really am. And I believe that this is still way, way early for Stellar too. Like this is still way early for Stellar. Their projects haven't even gone live yet, right? They've announced their partnerships, but we haven't seen any rubber hit the road yet regarding their partnerships. So yeah, I'm kind of keeping my eyes open and kind of curious. And you know, the other thing is too, is there's quite a few coins that are hitting. All right, there's quite a few coins that have made some really juicy moves here lately. So, hey, maybe this is altcoin time, but it's hard to say it's altcoin season when Bitcoin is still rip roaring like really strong. Like, look at that. That's a healthy move right there, right? I mean, Bitcoin going up 2,000. I mean, in 4.5 hours. I like that. That's good. So, I mean, if we can get maybe another run with Bitcoin, maybe that could help us bust out of this right now. Because realistically speaking, look at this. I mean, again, now we're just getting tighter. This is getting crazy. Realistically speaking, we're going to need something to bust us through. The volume isn't here, right? We talked about that a little bit ago, okay? The volume that started this run faded real quick here. People are waiting. They're waiting for the move to happen. And that's what you can see here. Once the move happened, people jump on it, pushes up the price, boom, she moves. That's how it's done. Marcus chimes in, how many Stellar should I be holding? It's what you can afford. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just for fun. It's what you can afford, right? I mean, my motto for investing is I only invest money that how do I put this? That I don't need. And what I mean is, like, I don't need it at that time to pay bills or this or that. I only invest in money that I don't need to touch for that tangible amount of time, okay? So, like, if I'm investing long-term with Stellar, I'm like, hey, I'm a 2.5 year plus holder for Stellar right now, okay? Like, unless something goes nuts, I'm not selling for like 2.5 years. I have a specific window that I'm looking for, price, time frame, and so forth, you know? But it's all about what you can afford and what your portfolio looks like. I mean, you guys make fun of me a lot, and it's cool. I could take it, man. I'll take it. I invest a ton in gold derivatives. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I do, and the reason I invest in a lot of gold and gold derivatives is I want to offset like how volatile and how nuts crypto is. So for like the days like today where I'm like, yo, XLM is going to move, or, you know, when we talk about, hey, what is XLM going to do? Or, oh, you know, we have this dip right here, or this pump right here, or this dip right here. I mean, no, gold is really boring. So the way gold trades very boring offsets how I am with XLM. So seriously, realistically, it's what's affordable for you, man. And what's your goals? Are your goals long-term? Are your goals short-term? I mean, yeah, it's dude, it's up to you, man. We all got different ways that we do this. So, but yeah, let's take a look here. I kind of like what's going on. Overall, if you go out, you zoom out to the 1-day chart, the 1-day even looks good, right? If you look at the trends on the 1-day, I mean, that's good. This movement right here looks strong. Okay, again, it doesn't look as strong as these here, because I mean these are almost near vertical bars. I mean, that's crazy. But this is a little bit more sideways than that. You know, not as strong of an acceleration phase. So yeah, that's what we're talking again now. Let's zoom back in because we're right at that 42, 43 cent mark. Let's drop this back down to 2 minutes and get it a little tighter here. All right, cool. Yep, that's what we're looking at with Stellar right now. So how's everyone doing? I mean, like, I'm sorry this wasn't planned. My bad on that one. But yeah, impromptu live stream. Surrender Gill, hi from UK. Hello, Surrender. Surrender, you obviously are just chiming in now, but I sent my first merch out overseas. I actually sent it out to Belgium, right? They actually had Belgium, so I was able to ship out to Belgium. So it's cool seeing fans from UK, Belgium. We had fans from Chile last night. It was awesome to see the support. So thank you, Surrender Girl. Thank you guys for the support. This is awesome. I love this, like doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, we're looking at Stellar. We're looking at what's happening here near term. Again, it looks like we're going to test to see if that floor at 43 holds us right now. 43 has been our near-term floor. I just want to be very clear on that. I'm only talking about this specific movement. I'm not talking about technical floors. The actual technical traded ceiling right now is between 42 and 43 cents. All right, we're talking about a near-term floor and near-term ceiling just based on this move. All right, just based on this move right here. So yeah, we're going to see what happens here if we can keep that support going at that 43 cent mark. I'm curious about that one. And the ceiling we've been talking about here recently is 43.50. We've been trading for about the last hour 20 minutes or so. We've been really tight in this pattern right here. And we also, just for those that are just joining in right now, also seeing a very similar move with Grayscale Trust. Pretty interesting stuff here, right? Similar move on Grayscale Trust. Look at this. that same tight consolidation pattern after that hit, following XLM fairly closely here. Look at that. After that initial hit, that tight consolidation phase. Yes, that's what we got going on. We're talking stellar. We're talking all things stellar. We're talking some organics and mechanics with wallet holders and supply. One of the things that you guys had talked about was, hey, what is going to make stellar grow? All right. So I have a chart up on the screen right now, okay? And this is the total amount of lumens that have been transferred, all right? So if you're wondering when I believe the lumens will actually grow as a coin, I think it's going to happen once we start seeing bigger transactional volumes, all right? And I'm not talking about trading transactional volume. I'm talking about transfer volume, all right? Like we're talking about this style of volume right here, all right? We're talking full payments volume, all right? I need to start seeing this get higher, all right? You can't have these little lulls like this in between. No, you got to see a better transferred XLM volume, all right? So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. But yeah, I really do. I think the wallet holders, you're going to see once this orange line right here grows and we start seeing more adaptation or adoption of these crypto projects, huge stuff here. I think there's going to be some huge movements, all right, of what XLM has and of, what it has in its future and its potential. So, yep, I'm Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards. I'm hanging out with you guys. We are live streaming right now. We're talking stellar organics. We're also telling stellar prices because here, yep, we're going to see if 43 is going to hold. She's at 42.9 right now. Let's see what happens if we can get that pop back up from 43. As of right now, right, if the chart is going to just follow the pattern we've seen recently, we're going to see a movement back up here to test at 43.50 again. Something is going to give on one of these breaks, all right? She's either going to hold or she is going to move. This is a very tight corridor here after making this sharp move right here. All right, and we're looking at 42.8, so it looks like we're getting now sub 43. Let's see if that sub still happens or if we end up pushing back north from here. And if you got a question, please feel free, hit me up in the chat section. We're covering all things stellar right now. We're talking the move that's just happened and how, guys, this isn't the big one yet, all right? This ain't the big one yet. But when this broke, I wanted to make sure that I covered this one because my phone was going crazy and I saw other altcoins out there popping and wanted to make sure that if anything happened, we were live, keeping up with the juicy bits. So if you're on the live stream right now, let me know in the chat where you're from. That'd be cool to hear so I can see where all the fans are from, where all the stellar fans at. And again, right now we are looking at this move right here, 42.79. Let's see if anything more happens here. I'm going to shrink a few of these windows up because I don't need all of them, do I? All right, let me just clean that up a little bit. All right, cool. So, yep, we're looking at that right now. We're looking at this most recent move. Let's zoom out just a little bit just to give ourselves perspective. Yeah, so we saw, again, another recent move like that at 42 cents got thwarted. We at least broke through that part and got to 43.85. Now it's a matter of once we get down to this, can we hold this 43 cent real close to it, and can we break out? All right, here we go. All right, that looks a little bit better. At least I can see it. Let's change this. Change this back to 2 minutes, and let's see if we can get it to. There we go. All right, cool. Yep. So you could see, right, once it got through that 43 cent resistor mark, it did drop that extra segment here. All right, cool. Yep, that's a good way. I like this illustration right here. Let's see what happens through this initial move. We've got Nicholas chiming in. Hi from Switzerland. Well, hello, Nicholas. How are you, sir? And we've got Eric Garcia saying hello from Florida. What's up, Eric? I am South Carolina. Yeah, I am South Carolina, so I'm enjoying this beautiful, beautiful weather that we've had here recently. It has been awesome, awesome outside. Let's take a look here. See if anything is happening in the gold. Yep, you can see it. There you go. The trend is going across the market here with the movement in gold and in Bitcoin happening. So let's do this. Let's just take a quick look here. Let's see. Nope, sorry. Let's get rid of that. So let's go here and here. Yeah, see, you could see the drop is matching up with this one right here. Now it's going to be amplified because gold is very boring to trade. Skeleton Road says hello from Finland. Hello, Finland friend. How are you? So yeah, that's something pretty interesting. Let's do this. Let's open up Bitcoin real quick in a separate window. Let's blow this out of here. All right. Yep, that looks very similar. Very, very similar to Stellar's pattern. Look at that. The hit was stronger in terms of how it accelerated, but look at that. That looks real similar. Let's do this. Watch this. Watch what happens when I clean this up to a line. Y'all are going to go crazy. Look at this. That's close. Boy, is that real close. Right? Hit it. Played sideways. It broke through recently. Dropped back down. Yeah, look at that. Here we go. All right, so we're seeing some definite correlation between gold and XLM. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Let's clean this back up. Let's go to the line. Yeah, let's go 5-day real quick here. Yeah, definitely similar. I mean, it looks a little bit more like XLM did a little bit ago. But yeah, look at that. The free fall of gold. Not free fall. That's a horrible thing to say because it's not true. 42.75. All right, cool. Yep. So that's it. That's what we're doing. We're watching XLM, hanging out with you guys, looking to see if there's any trends, anything like that going on. Let's see. We've got Logston36 saying, do you think we'll have XLM conventions in Miami someday like Bitcoin? And will you be the Max Kaiser of XLM? I don't think I'm going to be the Max. I think I'm going to be like the weird dude in the background, right? No, I don't know, man. I'm not associated with Stellar in any way. Like, this is just a passion project of mine because I really like what they're doing. But I could see XLM once they become a larger name, right? Being able to do it. If you're really curious, Logston36 about how like big XLM could get in that way, you should really check out Meridian 2021 and see how big that event is. All right, because yeah, I know Bitcoin Miami. I mean, you could really foresee something like that happening with Stellar, but they're going to have to really grow their presence quite a bit for that one right now. So let's see, what do we got here? All right, so now again, as you could see here on this chart, right? We had that 43 cent. We kind of got through. Check that out. We stopped right at 42.75, 42.76. So yeah, you can see we're playing tight here, but this is moving similar to gold. We're gonna see if gold's gonna make that bounce up too. And again, I know gold's boring, but you got to remember the pattern for gold and the pattern for XLM looked pretty close. And if you compare the two, right? Check this out. If you compare the two, the move happened at the same time. And if we add one more layer of this, let's add Bitcoin to this bad boy. You add Bitcoin to it, check it out. All of them, right? They all hit right there with XLM hitting first. All three started moving. And you could see recently the market correction, it's kind of pushed it down a little bit. So yeah, there is definitely something going on. Logston36, give me a second here. Let me help you out with that. All right, go to Meridian 2021. All right. I'm going to open up two different windows here. All right, check it out. It's completely free to register for Meridian 2021, and it's the 17th and 18th. Why did I keep saying the 16th the other day on the stream? But it's the 17th and the 18th. Definitely register, and I've already registered, so I'm not going to rekey in all my crap. But there was, I'm trying to see, where did I see it? Here we go. The agenda, right? So they got an agenda out right now. Very curious to see if anything big happens from that, okay? For those of you that don't know, Meridian 2021 is all things Stellar, all things decentralized finance. Check this out, all right? Look at some of the people talking in Meridian 2021. Jose Figueres, right? Former president of Costa Rica. I mean, that's a pretty freaking strong, person right there. So yeah, it looks like they've got some how the Stellar network grew. That's going to be a good one. Bridging local assets and currencies. I like that. So they have a whole bunch of different presentations that are going on right now. I wasn't too. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen right here. There's a fireside chat with Danelle, Jed McCaleb, and Lauren. Very curious what's going to happen there, and very curious to see if we're going to see anything come out of this section right here, this crystal ball selection of panelists. All right. So for those of you that don't know, okay, Meridian 2021 is an event being hosted by Stellar. No, I am not associated with Stellar. I do this because I like it. But Meridian 2021. I'm looking forward to this. Predictions for 2022. Look at the people that are going to be there, right? We've got the CEO of AirTM, right? AirTM is who Stellar is partnered with on the U.S. Latin America, specifically focusing on Mexico payment corridor, okay? I'm going to be very interested to see if Ruben here says, hey, look, we're going to be rolling out wallets around that time, all right? So for when we talk about organic growth, right? Wallet holders, right? Asset holders right here. This gentleman right here is going to be able to tell us if they're going to start onboarding people soon, all right? Because he is the gentleman of AirTM who's going to be, his AirTM is the one that's going to be doing that payment corridor using Stellar between the United States and Mexico. And there's a whole bunch. There's 126 million people live in Mexico. You know how many wallet holders that can be? And think Stellar right now only has, 5.9 million wallet holders? So, I mean, Mexico's population could really boost this Stellar project big. The other thing, too, is Lisa Nestor is strategy. Think about that. These are some very, very important people here. And also, right, a CEO of Finclusive, so a financial tech company. So, I mean, we've got some big hitters talking here. So it could be pretty interesting to see if there is something big coming out of this. And again, the last one is charting the course for 2022. It's a day and a half. All right. So if you guys are big Stellar fans, you like what Stellar's doing as a mission, I would definitely check out Meridian 2021. Again, I am not associated with Stellar. That's not my thing. I do this for fun because I like it. But yeah, let's get back to the charts real quick here. So it looks like we're going to start making a move back up. We're at 42.94, getting close to 43 again. Let's see what happens on this move. I'm very curious to see if we can break through that near term. I said near term, just be nice. Near term ceiling of 43.50. I know you said, or Crypto Bull chimes in. What's up, Crypto Bull? Hey, glad to see you. In crypto, the wife is not with me today. She's actually at work. I'm at home, doggy daycare, doggy dad today. But Crypto Bull chimes in. XLM $3 to $6. He says, I know you said 50 last live stream. That's impossible when the all-time high was $1. Impossible not to get to $1, at least in a bull market. Yeah, in Crypto Bull, real quick, I'll put that into context for you. My goal, okay, end of year means nothing. For an object that trades end of year, it's really weird. I talked about this earlier in the live stream. A price at the end of the year only really gets it matters in a, God, I hate saying this, in like a report sense, okay? Like, oh, I made this much money in 2021. Like, it's paper, right? So by the end of the year, that's just a mental target for me, all right? I look at Stellar being 50 cents, 55 more comfortably, and 60 as like my high at end of the year. If we could get to that mark before all these big projects roll out, we're going to be setting up 2022 real pretty. The big thing, I'm telling you, is this. There's just not enough of these right here on the screen right now, on this dark screen. There's not enough asset holders, right? This orange line right here, we need more of that, okay? And where we're going to get more of that is from these people here telling us, right, what is going to happen with AirTM, what is going to happen with Finclusive, right? Is there anything with Stellar that's going to happen with Meridian 2021 that's going to push Stellar into the next realm price-wise? So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Crypto Bull, anything is possible, right? I mean, let's be honest here, right? We talk about this. Look at Mana. Bam. That's a hit. Like, that is just, you're sleeping for a long time, and then you wake up one day and you're like, yo, I got money. Like, that's what I'm saying. We have to be real careful because that could happen at any time. You could always have a FOMO run, or you could always have a slow methodical gain, right? Anything can happen. And that's why I think as traders, we all got to be very well prepared for this. And that's why I wanted to hop on the live stream so that everyone kind of got where we were, right? We kind of got all our thoughts in one place and we all kind of like can talk it out, because y'all are welcome to comment in the chats, right? And talk to each other. I don't mind. This is a channel and this is a growth mechanism for all of us, all right? So I want to make sure that when we go through this, that yeah, we're going to be making sure that we come out better informed at the end of it, all right? And that's whether you're a long-term trader or you're a short-term trader. All are welcome here, man. I don't hate it all. Crypto bull, we're talking, if you talk now like a bull market, like a full cycle run here for Stellar, several dollars is easy. I mean, remember when we talked about that on the live stream, we talked about how at $3 per XLM, a wallet holder would only have to pay $9 in US converted fiat, right, to hold that wallet. We could swallow that. Because you guys got to remember, the wallet holders, right, that we're talking about for these projects are going to hold, it's 2 or 3 lumens in their wallet, because you have to have lumens in your wallet at all time, because that's what facilitates these money transfers, all right? So when we're talking about converting these RTM, they have to have at least 2 or 3 lumens. So if the lumen's $3 a piece and they have to have 3 of them, that's $9. $9 for a lot of us is not a big deal. But now, if we start talking about handing out wallets to developing Asian, countries, developing African, underserved, underbanked countries, right, in Central Latin America that have been forgotten for how many years? $9 is a good chunk of money, right? I mean, that's how many hours of wages. That's nuts for people in developing countries like that. So we have to be very careful, right? Stellar can't go too nuts to the point where now people can't even pay to get wallets, right? That's the thing that we have to be careful with. So yeah, let's just throw it out there, all right? We're just talking, we're hanging out, okay? Just think, this is like hanging out in a bar, right? You're just hanging out with me. Let's just pretend you want Stellar to go to 100 a coin, all right? I'm not saying that it will. Just hear me out here. So if it goes 100 a coin, do you think you're going to get millions of people in Africa, Asia, Mexico, Portugal, Chile, Brazil, any developing or any emerging Latin American country, in addition to obviously the ones I listed weren't all developing or emerging, but any of those Latin American countries, would you think you'd be able to convince people, hey, you need to give us $300 so you can use this electronic wallet system? Dude, there ain't no way. And then there's no way. They wouldn't be able to do it. So we have to be very, very careful that if XLM moons like an insane amount, I mean an insane amount, that it will totally mess up the usage of the actual token and of the actual chain, because it'll be way too expensive for new holders to get in. So just kind of something for y'all to keep out there. Stellar functions differently. I mean, don't get me wrong, on a personal level, yeah, if it goes to $100, like I'm cool, right? But like for the usage level, it would not be sustainable. You would see it just crash once it hit something like that. Eric Garcia chimes in, 50 to 60 cents by end of year is a fair statement. I feel 2022 is where we see the real action, not financial advice. Yeah, no, Eric, I'm with you, man. It is. It's, I think 2022 is the big one, right? You have the XRP discovery is January 14th or 16th. I think it's 14th, right? You got the XRP discovery. Ukraine votes on crypto, and Ukraine is using Stellar, right? That's a big one. Who's the other one? India votes on a crypto law in 2022. So we've got big countries with huge populations, right? So not only like finance, but like huge populations, huge cash-based societies that are going to be voting on crypto laws here. Crypto is the new version of cash for cash-based societies. Everyone thinks crypto is for like us, right? Like, no. Crypto is to help those underbanked out there, right? For those that, like, how do I put this? Can't trust their government's finance, so they need crypto instead, right? For most of us listening here, we're not too freaked out about like crazy inflation. I'm not talking about like a loaf of bread is like $10,000 crazy, right? I'm talking about like what people in El Salvador have had to worry about. Who is another one? Was it Ecuador? Ecuador hasn't been that bad. El Salvador's inflation, okay. Who was the other one? There was another Latin American country that just had crazy inflation, right? I mean, you got to worry about that stuff. Greece had crazy inflation. So for us in these developed countries, we're not too worried, like as they are, about inflation. Don't get me wrong. I'm worried about inflation, and that's why I hedge on gold. So if you see a little gold ticker down here, that's because I like gold. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this thinking to myself, these developing countries need these wallets. All right? They need this to insulate themselves from their junked up governments, right? From their governments that just run free with their money, spend it all crazy, right? I mean, if you guys have paid attention to what happened in Lebanon, right? Lebanon as a country now is going through like hyperinflation. I mean, just complete turmoil, right? Now, if they at least had Bitcoin as an alternate currency or XLM as an alternate currency, at least they're not losing 15,000% in inflation. I mean, that's what's happening in some of these countries. There are countries that are just like insane. I mean, it's just insane where the inflation is killing them here. So Ronaja says XLM 300 in 2026. That's what we were talking about. If XLM is $300 in 2026, like who would be able to open up a wallet with 3 lumens in it? I mean, that's just nuts. Let's see. So Such Hard, right? Oh, Suck Hard. Yeah, there we go. Dude, I was like, how do I say that damn name? So Suck Hard says, I hope I will not be too late in January to invest in XLM. Investing in XLM is all about how much time do you have to put it in. And again, not financial advice, me hanging out with you guys. It is because it is a more long-term play investment because of scale, okay? And we're approaching 43 cents now. Let's see what happens. And so what I'm talking about there about scale and XLM, all right? So for Suck Hard, all right, if you're listening out there, man, check this out. It's about these wallet holders, this orange line. It's not there in scale. I mean, once Stellar has 20, 30 million wallet holders, then you're going to see a lot more price action happen because there's going to be a lot more organic usage, right? True usage of what Stellar was used for. So yeah, we do have time. They're not converting anyone too crazy soon. The only thing you have to worry about is when they do launch a big program, like when this person right here, where is this gentleman? Like when this person right here talks and starts talking about when AirTM is going to start launching wallets, that's when you need to be ready because that is when things can go crazy because that's when more people are going to start jumping on Stellar wallets. So huge news to go through. Let's see here. Yep, we are at 43 cents. I like how it looks so far. Let's switch this down to the colored bars just to help me out here. All right, cool. So yeah, you could see that. Had that move back up. All right, cool. I like to see it. Mears Charles says market top. And yes, just want to say thank you for everyone who's joined. If you like this kind of live stream stuff, yeah, hit the thumbs up. Drop me a chat. Hang out with us. I'm going to stream a few more minutes here. God, I'm streaming way longer than I thought I was. Holy crap, my wife is going to be pissed. For those of you that were in the beginning of the live stream, my wife called while I was live and I could not take her call. I had to call her back. But yeah, we're talking Stellar, we're talking gold, we're talking Bitcoin. Why are we talking gold and Bitcoin and Stellar at the same time? Because the current move that we saw all three make happened within 20 minutes of each other. The market all flexed and moved at the same time. So pretty interesting to see that kind of movement happen here. It's happening across the board right now. This market cycle top. You really think that this is the top right now, that this is the market cycle? I still think we're like early in a bigger run, right? I mean, like, okay, here's why I think we're early in a bigger run, all right? Let's do this. All right. Let's hold on a second here. Let me load something up here real quick, all right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's get rid of Bitcoin, all right? And this is what I honestly think crypto is going to flow more. Let's see if I can do this. Like what you're going to see with a gold run. Like, okay, because look at gold's run here. Okay, and this is 2018. So you talk about super cycles and super runs, all right? Check this out. Look at this, how long this cycle took. And now if you extrapolate even further, look at gold's super cycle, right? Because remember, gold, people ignored it for a long time. You don't believe me? Check it out. Yeah, see, check it out. People ignored gold for a long time. And over the course of the last 20 years, you're seeing this crazy movement in gold, all right? So when you look at XLM, you got to remember XLM had the same kind of idea where when you look at it, it kind of had this kind of, and then something happened, all right? Not saying that they're the same, but you guys get what I'm talking about. Super cycles and super runs can last a long time. Gold is at 20 years in this current super cycle. So yeah, XLM and these runs here can last a long time as well. Surrender Gill, or I'm sorry, I had, why wait till January? Dollar cost average. Yeah, dollar cost average and be ready for those opportunities. Be ready for those hits. I have a buy order right now set at 30 cents. If it breaks 30 cents, I have several buy orders ready to roll just in case something happens. I'm not saying that it will happen. It's not advice. I'm just saying I'm ready just in case. That's my average, right? Where I want to get in is sub 30. All right. I still think there's opportunities out there. Surrender Gill says, I was not into Stellar until joining you on your crypto and boost stream, got drunk and bought Lumens, now in profit. So if I make it rich, I'll owe you a drink. Yeah, and I do. By the way, I am not boozing it up today. It was a little early for that, so I'm just hanging out. My dogs are starting to bother me. But yeah, that was fun. That live stream was fun. Amy had a blast too. My wife joined us in the live stream. She had a freaking blast, man. She thought that was really cool. Y'all were really cool to her. That was a lot of fun. She had a lot of fun here. So let's zoom in real quick here and let's just look at this move. Hold on here, guys. Let's look at this move right here. I just want to get a little tighter and see what happens. Yep, let's just keep this up on the screen. Let y'all see it real quick here. All right, cool. All right, yep, so let's get back to those comments. Stellar, market top this side. Oh, you're saying, yeah, but the whole thing is, Miss Sarah Charles, right? I'm probably butchering your name, so I'm sorry about that. Do you think, though, that we're in a mini cycle of a bigger bull run, like with gold? You got to remember, gold, this is really weird. I don't know. It depends on the age of you guys out there, right? Gold did not start taking off until housing went to crap in 08. Do y'all remember that? Okay. Gold did not start taking off the time before that, okay, till well after the dot-com bubble. This was the fallout of all the dot-com bubble junk right here. And people started buying more gold because there was a whole bunch of bad banking house assets on the market, a whole bunch of derivative crap on the market. So gold started, spiking. The reason gold was spiking is it's a hedge against inflation. XLM people play very similarly. Same thing with Bitcoin. They use it to hedge against inflation in a different method, okay? It's a different way of hedging against inflation. I could easily see that this is like just the start of a very long bull cycle. Will we see peaks and valleys? Yes, of course. All right. Will we see mini pump cycles? Yes, of course. Will we see mini cut cycles? Yes, of course. But I really do believe that you're going to see Stellar function more like gold, where as the adaptation grows, you're just going to see an overwhelming phase of acceleration. Yes, is it going to look maybe as bland as gold? Probably not. It's probably going to be a bit stronger than that, because let's be honest, this took gold a while to do. But crypto's way more volatile, and we could easily see that even in this last year, right? Let's just not even get greedy about this. Even in 1 year, year and a half, I mean, it's crazy what's happened with this, right? I mean, you're talking 7-8 cents to 42. I mean, you're talking 5xing right there in a year. I mean, that's nuts stuff. So yeah, we really have to think that when you zoom out here, all right, and you look at this, is this little blip that we're seeing right here just like one of these in the bigger grand super cycle? All right, so that's kind of what I want y'all to think about, and that's why I pay attention to gold, because gold has been a really good market indicator of trends, and it's also been a very predictable pattern. A lot of the patterns of gold replicate itself in other equities in the market. Let's chime back in. Suckhard says XLM can reach $10 in 2022. It's possible, and it's still mechanically okay, right? Because if you hold 3 XLM in your wallet to like start a wallet, you know what I mean? Like, it's $30. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? For these developing African countries, $30 is a lot of wages. That gets a little harder, right? If we're talking keeping it at current, like fiat levels right now. 2022, I mean, realistically, I do need to see. I'm guys, on the truth. 2022, I need to see at least $1 to $2. I need to see 2022 work in that range, with 2022 as more of these projects going live, that slope to the $2 just becoming stronger and more stabilized. All right. $10 is a bit much. All right. But anything can happen, because no one ever thought Bitcoin would be at 60. So we all got to be real careful here. Any of this stuff can happen. That's why I'm keeping track of all my hits on my phone. And that's why I'm telling you guys, do your best. Make sure that you have alerts, updates, and all that stuff on your phone. But yeah, we're live streaming. We're hanging out right now. You guys still having fun hanging out, learning some different things here? We're talking about the super cycle of gold, right? If for those of you out there that are new to investing, new to trading, new to stuff, right? Super cycles, right? You can have many bull and bear moves in cycles, but you have to be very cautious of what are known as super cycles, because if you play them out long enough, your rewards are huge. And again, not financial advice, just hanging out with you guys. All right, so let's go back to XLM and see where we are shaking bacon right now. 42.78. So yeah, let's go a little bit tighter here real quick. Let's go back in. All right. Yeah, so now we're playing ping pong right here. I need to start seeing some movement here soon. I mean, this is if we don't see movement soon, I really do think you're going to see this drop back down, play back down to the 40-cent mark. I mean, just the feeling of it, if we don't see a volume pick this up here, right? And you got to remember when time turns over with Asian market hours, right? And they start going prime and our market starts shutting down, we're going to have to start thinking about that too. Because there's always a lot of pressure. When our West Coast markets start shutting down in consumer markets, though, if you look at the time frames, we have a lot of pressure about 10, 11 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time when markets start rotating over. So kind of keep that in mind here too if you're looking at the trades. Let's see. Did you see the PDF of the World Forum Economic 2021 about crypto? There's a presentation of Stellar Lumens. No, I did not see that. Or when I saw it, maybe I saw that Stellar was listed on something, but I did not see that. So what did you call that right here? World Forum Economic Stellar. Let's try that. Let's go World Forum. Economic World Forum. I'd probably spell it right. Gosh. Economic. Oh my God, I can't type, guys. Stellar. Let's see what happens here. All right, April 24th. Let's see if we can find that out. November 5th. Agenda. Here we go. World Economic Forum. This is November 5th, though. Let me see. When does it say this is? Oh, yeah, November 1st to 12th, so it's live. When is Stellar going on? But yeah, I'll let you guys tackle that. I'll just get back to the charts. So yeah, so if you could send me a link, that would be awesome. Eric Garcia says XLM to 350, 425 all-time highs. The thing is, Eric, it is totally possible, okay? If we look at Mana, if we look at Bitcoin, if we look at Ethereum, 3xing is not a big deal from all-time highs, right? I mean, think about it. It's not. Bitcoin hit their all-time high at like 20,000 and people laughed at it like, oh, you're going to lose money. If we 3x Stellar's all-time high, right? When we start, and I mean, I don't know, you don't want to get like too crazy greedy, but like, I mean, all-time high, like you have one that was set way back here. But if we look at it, like if we just multiply a recent term, I mean, that would put you out to like 280, 290, somewhere around there. So it is totally feasible. Rookie Kingston Deal says, agreed with Eric at XLM to break a new all-time high of 354.25. All right, Eric. Again, I love using the word mechanics because mechanics and organics, it's the real, it's the tangible, right? It's the nuts and bolts. If you have, all right, if you have a Lumen at 350 and you have 3 of them, that's 1050. People can still swallow that. They can still digest that and accept that as what you need to open up the wallet. So yeah, still totally feasible. Rookie Kingston Deals also says this year will be slow, but next year will be crazy. Yeah, 2022. Ukraine is voting on crypto legislation. India is voting on crypto legislation. All right. A lot of big things happen. You got the XRP discovery happening early January, so hopefully they can kick that out the way, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of things out there that could really help us out with making this a really good year. I mean, there could be a lot of really good stuff out there for us all. All right, and sorry, I'm just refreshing a quick chart here real fast. Sorry, I just got gold up because I am paying attention to gold too. Let me go back to Stellar Lumens XLM. All right, let's see what we're doing here. All right, so trading going a little bit sideways. What I'm going to do is I am going to log off. I might hop on later. I do have to get caught up on some stuff here. I have been super thankful for y'all watching. So Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards. Don't worry. I'm going to do more live streams. I know you guys have been liking this stuff. Check out the channel page. We do have merch if you want it. Check it out. Awesome stuff. Check out the channel page, though. Hit us up. Thank you again for 2,000 subs. So, Klaus, family, hi.